hi guys. In today's lesson, we're going to see slang words in Spanish, part 2. Okay, so let's start. All right, guys, so let's start with phrases to say when you're upset in Spanish, okay? These are some expressions we Mexican people use, okay? To say it makes me bristle, in Spanish, we use this word, me eriza. Me eriza, okay? That means it makes me bristle, okay? And now we have this example with a sentence. If you want to say, it makes me bristle when you play music so loud, to say this, in Spanish you have to say, me eriza, which means it makes me bristle, me eriza, when you play music, cuando pones música, when you play music so loud, tan fuerte. Okay, one more time. It makes me bristle, which means me eriza, in Spanish, me eriza, when you play music, cuando pones música so loud, tan fuerte. Okay, one more time, just in Spanish. Me eriza cuando pones música tan fuerte. Me eriza cuando pones música tan fuerte, okay? It makes me bristle when you play music so loud, okay? So remember, if you want to say it makes me bristle, in Spanish you have to say me eriza, me eriza. So now let's go with the next expression, okay? If you want to say, it makes my hair stand on the end, in Spanish you have to say, me pone los pelos de punta. Me pone los pelos de punta. Okay, me pone los pelos de punta. This means it makes my hair stand on the end. Okay, and now we have this example with a sentence. If you want to say, clutter makes my hair stand on the end, or untidiness make my hair stand on the end. If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say, el desorden. Okay, this means messy stuff or clutter or untidiness. El desorden makes my hair stand on the end. Me pone los pelos de punta. Okay, one more time. El desorden me pone los pelos de punta. El desorden me pone los pelos de punta. Okay, this means clutter, untidiness makes my hair stand on the end. Okay, so if you want to say that something it's making your hair stand on the end, then you have to say me pone los pelos de punta in Spanish, okay? The next expression we have is me caga, which means it shits me, okay? This is a bad word, so be aware if you want to use it, okay? So we have this example. If you want to say like, oh, it bothers me a lot, it shuts me, there's so much traffic. If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say, me caga que haya tanto tráfico. Me caga que haya tanto tráfico. Okay, it means it shuts me, there's so much traffic. Me caga, it shuts me, there's so much traffic. Que haya tanto tráfico. Okay, so if you want to say it bothers me a lot, like seriously a lot, with a bad word, then you have to say in Spanish, me caga. Okay? And now also we have this expression, okay? To say it bothers me a lot. This is not a bad word, so you can use it with serious people. Me cala. Me cala. Okay, so if you want to say it bothers me a lot, you also can say me cala. Now we have this example. If you want to say it bothers me a lot, people getting late. If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say me cala, which means it bothers me, people getting late, que la gente llegue tarde. Okay, one more time. Me cala que la gente llegue tarde. Me cala que la gente llegue tarde. It bothers me, people getting late. Okay? So if you want to say it bothers me a lot, in Spanish you can say me cala. Also, if you want to show something is bothering you a lot, you can use this expression, okay? Me choca, okay? Which means it shocks me in English, okay? So if you want to say, oh my God, this is bothering me a lot, you can say me choca. And now we have this example with this sentence. If you want to say, it shocks me unpunctual people, you can say in Spanish, me choca, it shocks me choca, unpunctual people, la gente impuntual. Okay, one more time. Me choca la gente impuntual. Me choca la gente impuntual. It shocks me, unpunctual people. And now let's see some expressions we use when we want to talk about how cool something is, okay? So in Spanish, we use these expressions to show something it's like super cool for us, okay? So this is the first phrase we can apply here in Mexico City, but also people mostly from Monterrey use this word, okay? Está bien perro, okay? This means literally it's very dog, okay? It means it's super duper cool, okay? So if you want to say, oh my God, this is like amazing, you can say, está bien perro, está bien perro, okay? Also, you can say this word, está de pelos. Literally, it means it's very hairy, okay? So it's not like literally that meaning, but if you want to say something is really cool, you can use this word in Mexico City, okay? Está de pelos. Está de pelos, okay? That means it's super duper cool. Also, we have this phrase, está super padre. Está super padre, which means it's super daddy, literally, but this means it's also super duper cool, okay? It's super cool. Está super padre. Está super padre. Also, if you want to say something it's super duper cool, you can say está bien chido. Está bien chido. Okay? Está bien chido. This is a bad word, so if you want to say like something it's like super duper cool, you also can listen to está a toda madre, which means it's to all mother. Okay, this is a bad word, so be aware about that, okay? Está a toda madre. Está a toda madre. If something is very luxurious and expensive, also you can listen to this phrase in Mexico City, okay? It's very luxurious. Está de lujo. Está de lujo. Está de lujo. If something is really sweet and cute in Mexico City, sometimes you will listen to this expression, okay? Está bien chulo. Está bien chulo. Okay, if you're talking about a male, you will listen to está bien chulo. If you're talking about a girl, for example, or something with a female gender, then you can listen to está bien chula. Instead of an O at the end, you will listen and write an A at the end. Chula. Okay? Chulo, boy, male gender. Chula, female gender. Okay? Girl. And now let's see some expressions you can say when you want to say something it's of a very bad quality, okay? So let's see some of these expressions. If you want to say something is really crappy, okay, in Spanish, you can say it's very chafa if you're talking about singular. And if you're talking about plural, you can listen to chafas, okay? First, let's see the singular form. If you have this sentence, this color, it's very crappy. This is singular form. You're talking about one color, okay? If you want to say, oh, this color, it's super crappy, in Spanish, you have to say, este color, this color, este color, it's very crappy, está bien chafa. Okay, it's not of a very good quality. Este color, this color, it's very crappy. Está bien chafa. One more time, just in Spanish. Este color está bien chafa. Este color está bien chafa. Okay? Singular form. Now, if you're having plural, if you're talking about colors, plural form, then you have this sentence. These colors are very crappy. If you want to say this, in Spanish, you have to say, estos colores, these colors, estos colores are very crappy, están bien chafas. Plural form, okay? Estos colores están bien chafas. Estos colores están bien chafas. All right, if you want to say something is not of a very good quality, you also can listen to this expression. Está del nabo. Del nabo, okay? Literally, it means it's very turnip, okay? But nothing to do with turnip, okay? It means it's of a very bad quality, okay? It's like, shitty, crappy. Okay, and now we have this sentence. If you want to say this soda, it's very bad and of a very bad quality, in Spanish you have to say este refresco. This means this soda, este refresco, it's very crappy or it's very turnip, literally, which means está del nabo in Spanish. Okay, one more time. Este refresco está del nabo. Este refresco está del nabo. This soda, it's super bad, okay? If something is really disgusting, also you will listen to this phrase, expression in Spanish, okay? Está del asco. Está del asco, which means it's very disgusting, okay? And we have this example with this sentence. Esta comida está del asco, okay? Which means this food is very disgusting, okay? One more time. Esta comida, this food, esta comida, it's very disgusting. Está del asco. Okay, one more time. Esta comida está del asco. Esta comida está del asco. Okay, this food is very disgusting. Also, if something is really disgusting, you can listen to this expression here in Mexico, okay? Guacala. Guacala, which means like ew. Ew. Okay? Guacala. And here we have this example. If you want to say like, ew, this soup tastes horrible. If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say, guacala, ew. This soup, esta sopa, this soup, tastes, sabe, horrible, horrible. Okay, one more time. Guacala, ew. This soup, esta sopa, tastes, sabe, horrible, horrible. Okay, one more time, just in Spanish. Guacala. Esta sopa sabe horrible. Guacala. Esta sopa sabe horrible. Okay, so remember, if you want to say like ew, disgusting, in Spanish you have to say guacala. And now let's see some of the expressions we Mexican people use when we want to say something is like super yummy, okay? You can listen to this expression, okay? It's super yummy. Está de rechupete, okay? It's super yummy. Está de rechupete. Está de rechupete, okay? That means it's super yummy. Also, you can listen to this expression, which means it is to die for, okay? It is to die for. In Spanish means está que te mueres. Está que te mueres, okay? This means it's very delicious. Está que te mueres. Also, you can listen to this expression, which in English means it is to lick your fingers, okay? It is super yummy that you could lick all your fingers, okay? If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say, está para chuparse los dedos. Está para chuparse los dedos. It is to lick your fingers. Está para chuparse los dedos, okay? And also you can listen to this phrase, okay? It is to lick your mustache if you want to say this. Then you have to say in Spanish, está para lamerse los bigotes. This means it's super yummy, okay? Está para lamerse los bigotes. Está, it is, to lick your mustache, para lamerse los bigotes. One more time, está para lamerse los bigotes. Now let's see some of the words we can use to name someone that is like very little, that is a kid, okay? You can listen to the word morro if you're talking about a kid, male kid, and you can use the word morra if you're talking about a girl, okay, female. So if you're talking about a man, male, then you will listen to the word morro, and if you're talking about a girl, then you will listen to the word morra. Okay, mostly this word is used by people from Monterrey, okay? And also if you want to be a little bit like more cute, also you can use morrito. This is like a cuter way of saying morro, okay? So if you want to say, oh, you are super little, you are like so young, then you can say, estás bien morro. This is not so cute. And if you want to be more cute with a kid, then you can say, estás bien morrito. Estás bien morrito, okay? If you're talking about a little kid and you want to be cute with that kid, then you can say, estás bien morrito. If you don't want to sound so cute, then you can say, estás bien morro. Okay, if you're talking about a man. Now, if you're talking about a female girl, then you can say, estás bien morra. Okay, you are very little. Okay, estás bien morra. And if you want to sound more cute, then you have to say, estás bien morrita. Morrita, okay? This is a singular form. And now if you're talking about groups, plural form, then you have to say morros if you're talking about a group of boys and girls together or only boys. And if you're talking about a group of little girls, then you have to say morras, okay? So if you want to say, for example, oh my god, you're so little and you are like very young, then you have to say están bien morros, okay? You are a group of very young kids, okay? And now if you want to sound more cute, then you have to say están bien morritos. Están bien morritos, okay? So if you decide if you want to sound like normal, you have to say están bien morros, and if you want to sound more cute, then you have to say están bien morritos. Están bien morritos if you're talking about a group of boys and girls or only boys. Now, if you're talking about a group of girls only, then you have to say están bien morras, okay? You're very young. Están bien morras. And if you want to sound more cute, then you have to say, están bien morritas. Están bien morritas, which means exactly the same, but in a cute way, okay? Also, when you are referring to a kid, a young person, then you also can listen to this expression, okay? Chamaco if you are referring to a boy, or chamaca if you are referring to a girl, okay? So if you want to say you are super young, you are a kid, then you can listen to estás bien chamaco, which means you are very young, you are a kid. Estás bien chamaco if you are referring to a boy, or estás bien chamaca if you are referring to a girl, okay? And in the plural form, you will listen to chamacos if you're talking about a group of boys and girls, or only boys. And if you're talking about a group of girls only, then you will listen to chamacas, okay? So if you want to say you are so young, you will listen to están bien chamacos if you're having a group of boys and girls, or only boys. And if you are referring to a group of girls only, then you will listen to están bien chamacas. Están bien chamacas, okay? Group of girls, or están bien chamacos. Están bien chamacos, group of boys and girls mixed, or only boys, okay? Also, you will listen to this expression when you're talking about kids, okay? Chavito, if you're talking about a male kid, or chavita if you're talking about a female kid, okay? So if you want to say, oh, you're a kid, you're very young, you will listen to estás bien chavito if you're talking about a boy, or estás bien chavita if you're talking about a girl, okay? Estás bien chavito, estás bien chavito, boy, or estás bien chavita, estás bien chavita, girl. And in the plural form, if you're talking about a group of boys, or boys and girls mixed, you can listen to the word chavitos, chavitos. Okay? And if you're talking about a group of girls only, then you will listen to the word chavitas, chavitas. Okay, so if you want to say, oh, you're very young, you will listen to this phrase. Están bien chavitos if you're talking about a group of boys and girls, or only boys. Están bien chavitos. And if you're talking about a group of girls only, then you will listen to this phrase. Están bien chavitas. Están bien chavitas. Now, if we're talking about teenagers, okay, a little bit older, then you will listen to this word in Mexico, okay? Chavo, if you are referring to a male boy, or chava, if you are referring to a girl, okay? So if you want to say you're very young, but it's a teenager, then you will listen to estás bien chavo if you're talking about a teenage, but it's a boy, okay? Estás bien chavo. Estás bien chavo. And if you're talking about a teenage girl, then you will listen to estás bien chava. Estás bien chava. Okay, so remember the word chavo or chava refers to teenagers. And now if you want to use a plural form, then you have to say chavos if you are referring to a group of boys and girls mixed, or only boys, okay? Chavos, plural form, or chavas, plural form if you're talking about a group of girls, okay? So if you want to say, oh, you're very young, you are like a teenager, then you have to say están bien chavos if you're talking about a group of boys and girls, or only boys, okay? Están bien chavos. Están bien chavos. Or if you're talking about a group of girls only, then you have to say están bien chavas. Okay, you're very young. You're like teenagers. Also, you will listen to this word when you are referring to having no experience at something, okay? So if you want to say, oh my god, you are not having any experience in this like stuff, then you will listen to this word, estar verde. Estar verde, okay? Which means you are not having any experience, okay? And now we have this example. You have no experience. You need to practice more. If you want to say this, in Spanish you will listen. Estás bien verde. Estás bien verde, okay? Which means you are not having any experience, okay? Estás bien verde. Estás bien verde. You need to practice more, which means necesitas practicar más. You need, necesitas, you need to, necesitas to practice more, practicar más. Okay, one more time. Estás bien verde. You are not having any experience. You need to practice more. Necesitas practicar más. Okay, so if you listen to this word, estás bien verde, means that you are not having any experience. Okay. Now we have this expression, terco or terca, which means you're very stubborn, okay? And you will listen to this phrase here in Mexico a lot, okay? You are as stubborn as a mule. You are as stubborn as a mule, which means in Spanish, eres terco. You are as stubborn, eres terco, como una mula, as a mule. You are as stubborn as a mule. Eres terco como una mula. Okay, this is a very common phrase we have here in Mexico City. Now we have this expression, meter la pata. Meter la pata. Okay, we use this expression when we want to say we made a mistake or you screwed up. Okay, so if you want to say you screwed up or you made a mistake, you will listen here to metí la pata, for example. Meter la pata, this is in present simple, or metí la pata, past tense. Okay, so if you want to say, sorry, I screwed up in past tense, then you have to say in Spanish, perdón, sorry, perdón, sorry, I screwed up. Ya metí la pata. This is in past tense. Ya metí la pata. Okay, I screwed up. I made a mistake. And now we have this expression, estar bien cucu. Okay, this means someone is getting nuts or crazy. Okay, and now we have this example. My sister is getting crazy, or my sister is very crazy. If you want to say this, in Spanish you have to say mi hermana, my sister, mi hermana, it's very crazy, está bien cucu, okay? Mi hermana está bien cucu. Mi hermana está bien cucu, okay? Which means my sister is very crazy. And now we have this expression, okay? Zafar un tornillo, this is in present simple, or zafó un tornillo, which is in past tense, okay? So if you want to say someone also it's getting like really crazy, or like I lost a screw, if you want to say this, I lost a screw, then you have to say zafó un tornillo. Okay, and we have this expression. If you want to say this person lost a screw, then you have to say se le zafó un tornillo. Se le zafó un tornillo, which means that person lost a screw. Okay, se le zafó un tornillo. Alright, so that would be all for today's lesson. I will be posting a new video and I will be talking about slang words in Spanish part 3, okay? So stay tuned and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!